What if one of Britain's most respected broadcasters suddenly revealed a secret from her past so bold, so unexpected, that even longtime fans were left stunned? This week, Victoria Coren Mitchell, the razor-sharp host of Only Connect, made one of the most candid confessions of her career. And it wasn't about TV, fame or work, it was about her own dating life, including a moment involving a rent boy. What led her to reveal this now? And what does it say about the woman behind the iconic calm and clever TV persona? Let's dive in. In her latest column, Victoria Coren Mitchell took readers back to her chaotic 20s, a time she describes as messy, impulsive and full of questionable romantic choices. Reflecting on today's trend of trad wives and polished Mormon influences, she contrasted their tidy, curated lives with her own unpredictable history. She wrote about dating a Mormon in her youth, joking that clothes may have come off, but she never got close enough to discover if he was wearing his sacred garments. But then came the confession that grabbed headlines. Victoria revealed, "A few years later I went out with a rent boy, and didn't get up to much with him either." A blunt, unapologetic detail that instantly set social media ablaze. Victoria explained that this phase of life was fueled by the early sex and the city fantasy, a world where dating was a hobby, not a path to stability. Her adventures included listening to a man read amateur poetry from a lectern in his bedsit, snogging a Texan Marxist behind a fruit machine, writing a £300 check after assuming a banker would pay for a terrible wine tasting. Chaotic, unfiltered, unpredictable, she described herself as lonely but exciting, convinced that being wild and free was better than being bored and settled. But beneath the humor, Victoria admitted something deeper. She sometimes wondered what life would have been like if she'd married young, stayed home and raised dozens of children. That curiosity is what drew her into the world of Mormon Instagram stars and polished, trad wives like Hannah Nailman. She confessed being obsessed with the economics of domestic life in the past, wondering how families survived on one income, whether life was cheaper, or whether people were simply starving. She even joked whether feminism had been a government trick to move women off welfare. Behind the wit lay a surprising yearning for a pure life of homegrown food and happy children, a life she knows exists mostly as fantasy. And then, in classic Victoria style, she ended her story with a sting. The Mormon boyfriend she once dated, the one she looked back on with nostalgia, had been having a secret affair the entire time. Her final line, "Gah, I should always have known." A perfect blend of humor, honesty and heartbreak, and a reminder that even the smartest, sharpest minds sometimes stumble through life.